This is our carnivorous plant house, but I'm sure it won't have escaped your attention that we don't have any carnivorous plants in here at the moment. That's because most of our carnivorous plants, or most of the ones that we grow, most of those are in season from sort of late May onwards and look very boring out of season. So out of season we use this house for temporary displays. At the moment we've got a spring bulb display in here, as you can see, and it works really quite well actually. It's nice to have that kind of change of the plants that you can see in here. My favourite is this miniature daff. This is a daffodil called Narcissus Sailboat, and I really like miniature daffs. I think they're really good to work with. They work well in pots, they're not too big, so it's not that you need sort of huge pots for huge potted displays. You can see here we've just got a little 1 litre terracotta, very cheap to buy and very easy to facilitate. You can move them round, put them on tabletops, use them however you want in your garden. They've got a very small footprint but with a big bang for your buck in terms of flowering material. I particularly like this one, Sailboat, and it's just a personal preference, but I love the soft creamy yellow colour. I think that's a really nice colour to work with in the garden. We've also got some miniature flowering tulips. We can't grow tulips in the main garden. We have a real problem with squirrels here on the site. And anywhere we plant tulips or crocus in the garden, they immediately get dug up and eaten by squirrels. However, what we can do is grow them in pots under lock and key in a glass house where the squirrels can't come to feed on them. And again, we grow miniatures just because they're easier to facilitate in pots when they're smaller rather than the very large sort of blousy species or cultivars. We've got lots of hyacinths at the moment, so this deep sort of ruby purple is a cultivar called Woodstock. That's really nice to grow in this house because they're very heavily scented, and the glazing and the heat and the warmth traps the scent. So immediately as you enter into the house, you get that scent immediately. And then finally, we've also got some scented pelargoniums. This is a pelargonium called Attar of Roses, and these are actually cuttings, so this is propagation material from our stock last year, and we're really growing those on for our summer potted displays, but actually they've started to come into flower. The leaves are as scented as always, and they look quite good, so we thought, you know what, it's a bit bonkers, but why not stick them in as well, and that's what we've done.